to find the center and radius of the following circles. So if we jump right into it, this is the circle, this is the center, AB, not drawn to scale. This is the point on the circumference of the circle, P, and that is, you have PXY. All right. The general form for the equation of a circle is x minus a in brackets squared plus y minus b in brackets squared, and that is equal to r squared. Right? How did we get this? If you have a vertical line going down here and you have a horizontal line going across here, you end up with a right angle triangle. All right. And we can apply Pythagoras' theorem to find out what is the length of the radius or the hypotenuse. All right. Pythagoras' theorem states the general form for that is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So in this case, the perpendicular height is y minus b, all right? And the horizontal distance is x minus e. So once you apply the Pythagoras' theorem, that is how you get r squared, right? The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared, right? Now, the general form for equation of a circle, we usually write the radius on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So that's why we have r squared on the right-hand side of the equal sign. It doesn't mean you get it wrong if it's on the left-hand side of the equal sign. This is just how you usually see it in books, or if you check out videos, you usually see it on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So let's jump into it one time. If we look at part E, the first thing I will do is write down the general form for equation of the circle. Right, that'll look better than that. R squared, right? So you're comparing. So you have x here, you have x here. You have a minus sign, a minus sign. So A is equal to 2. And here we have y, we have plus, and we have a minus. So b is equal to negative 5. I'll tell you why just now. B is equal to negative 5. Generally, I tell students, if you see two different signs, whether it is A or B, whichever letter you're looking for, it will be a negative number, right? It will be the negative number. In this case, two different signs, B is equal to negative 5. Reason being, if you have y plus 5, because you're trying to get it in this general form here, we have y minus negative 5. We have that in brackets. So we have y minus b. So therefore we know b is equal to negative 5, right? So the center, AB, is equal to 2, negative 5, right? Let's deal with the radius. R squared is equal to 25. So we have r squared is equal to 25. R is equal to the square root, which is equal to 5 units. So there we have the center and the radius. Let's look at B now. So when you look at B, the question looks a little different to E. E question more took the form of the equation of the circle already. Part B doesn't take the form of the equation of the circle as yet. So we have to manipulate this equation and put it in the form for equation of a circle. So the first thing I'll do is I'll group x with x, y with y, and I'll put a constant last. So I have x squared all right. So when I do that, then I'm going to apply completing the square. If you're not too familiar with completing the square, look at my completing the square video to get the gist of what's going on here. All right, so once I apply completing the square now, right, so I apply completing the square to the x, I apply completing the square to the y. and then I add 7, that equals to 0. Completing the square, once you have the coefficient of x squared equal to 1, you start putting it in form. We have open bracket x minus, you multiply the coefficient of x by a half, so negative 7 by a half is negative 7 over 2. Close bracket squared. The second step is put down the put a negative sign, and the third step is square step 1. So we square what's inside of here, right here, negative 7 over 2, and you will get 49 over 4. And we do the same principle for the y, right? The coefficient of y squared is 1. So we start putting it in form, open bracket y minus, see a little mistake here, it's supposed to be plus, right? Y plus, you multiply the coefficient of y by a half, which is 9 over 2, so plus 9 over 2, close bracket squared, always minus, that's the second step, and then you square what's inside of here. The square of 9 is 81, the square of 2 is 4, right? That's why I got 81 over 4. The square of 7 is 49, the square of 2 is 4, right? And then I brought back my plus 7. So now I'm going to continue to simplify, putting these squares together this time. All right, so putting these squares together this time. So I have my squares together, and I have my constants, right, together. So when I put this into my calculator, I get negative 51 divided by 2. So I'm going to write that now. Right. So in order for me to have the equation of the circle form, I need to transpose this negative 51 over 2 to get rid of the constant on the left-hand side of the equal sign. All right, so here we have, zoom it in, we have x minus e. If I write the general form of the equation of a circle, so c a b is equal to, let's denote it one time, same sign, a is 7 over 2, comma, b, we have different signs here, so b is equal to negative 9 over 2, right? And if I have to continue, I'll say r squared is equal to 51 divided by 2. Right, which would mean r is equal to the square root 51 over 2. Right, so because I cannot simplify it further, all right, I will leave it like this. I'll leave it like this. So we have the center and we have the radius, right? So that's it for equation of the circle in relation to finding the center and radius.